So let's talk about Pota's first game. He just managed his first match for Chelsea against RB Salzburg. Now, even though the match ended 1-1, as a neutral, I must say, it was pretty exciting and refreshing to see Chelsea actually playing some attacking football. They lined up in a 4-2-3-1, which was so refreshing to see. And in attack, the team shape looked a little bit more like a 3-2-4-1, with James and Sterling being asked to hug the touchline and maintain the width. Now, this attacking shape seemed to make people wrongly assume that Chelsea were playing a 3 at the back, with Sterling and James playing wing backs. However, this couldn't be further from the truth, and here's why. Number one, wing backs are first and foremost defenders, so they have to track back into the defensive line to maintain the defensive shape. And the only one of the wide players who did track back was Reece James. And then two, while it does look like a 3-2-4-1, Kovacic, who was part of the two, was being asked to make dynamic runs from deep into the box. And when he does that, Cucurella was being asked to invert and play as a midfielder. So actually, it was more of a 2-2-5-1, if you will. And that's why sometimes you'd see that when RB Salzburg cleared their lines with the long ball, you'd only see two Chelsea defenders at the halfway line defending the clearance. Now that misconception is cleared up, let's talk about how Graham Potter looked to attack. So Chelsea looked to attack by playing at a higher tempo, making use of the width, and having numbers in the box. And using these three principles, that's how they scored their goal. Okay, so look at this clip. Reece James receives the ball on the right flank. He's then able to spin his defender and run towards the opposition half. He then plays a pass through to Mount, who makes a run towards the touchline, who plays a first-time cross to Sterling, who has time to take a touch and finish. Now, let's go over the principles I just said Chelsea used to attack. From Reece James receiving the ball from his defense to Sterling scoring took just 12 seconds. Reece James receives the ball on the right flank, and when Mount also receives the ball, he's hugging the touchline as he receives the ball. And Sterling comes off the left flank to score, which is why he has so much space. By the time Sterling receives and controls the ball to shoot, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Chelsea players in the box to Salzburg's 4. The way Chelsea are set up is a lot similar to how Man City set up, with the differences being that Man City use both wingers to maintain the width, so you'd usually see Foden and Mahrez hugging the touchline, or Grealish and Mahrez, whoever their wingers are. You'd usually see their wingers hugging the touchline. And B, their fullbacks, both of them play inverted. Man City in shape will look a bit more like a 2-3-4-1, as opposed to Chelsea's 2-5-1 in the final attacking shape. Well, not much has changed other than they seem to press a lot more, which is to be expected when they commit that many bodies forward and have the players in the right positions to be able to counter press. Chelsea have always traditionally been a good defensive unit, and with the current crop of talent, I don't really expect that to change. I will say though, I did find it funny seeing both Koulibaly and Fofana on the bench for Aspilicueta. That definitely wouldn't be the case long term. Chelsea fans hope, I guess. But to be honest, it was still pretty funny. And yeah, that will be all for this video. I just wanted to give my quick thoughts on Potter's first game, especially since I have high expectations for him to turn Chelsea into a really good attacking unit. So let me know what your thoughts are on this first game. Did you like what you saw? Did you hate it? Are you feeling optimistic? Just let me know in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation with you. If you like the video, and consider subscribing for more football content like this. And with that, I'm out.